Hi, this is Sherry Peacock, the Associate Superintendent for the East Moline School District, and I am here to share with families our e-learning plan for the 2021-2022 school year. So, part of the e-learning plan is to know when your child will have an e-learning day. And so, what is an e-learning day? An e learning day will be where your students will be learning from home and connecting with teachers for live lessons through their Chromebook. So, when would EMSD 37 students have an e learning day? The first way they can have an e learning day is if we ever had to close school or shut down the district or buildings due to a rise in COVID cases. That is not the case right now, but it could be a possibility in the future. We just want to be prepared. The second way we could have an e learning day is if weather conditions are too severe for anyone to travel or severe cold, we would call an e learning day. And those were previously called snow days where students did not attend school. We will no longer have snow days. How would you know as a parent if there would be an e learning day? Well, we would let you know in several different ways. First of all, if you are signed up for Class Tag, and I would highly recommend that, you will get a text message letting you know that an e learning day has been scheduled. You will also get a phone message. And finally, if it's an e learning day, one of our former snow days, just like in previous years, you'll see all the different schools have all the different announcements on television, usually a crawler, or you'll tune into your local news station and they'll say such and such school has a snow day. If we are not in session because of bad weather, it will say East Moline School District 37 e-learning day. It just won't say a snow day because we won't have those. We'll have an e-learning day instead. So, what do students do at home on an e learning day? Well, they're going to log into Google Classroom. Our middle school kids will jump on at 7:55. Our elementary students will jump on at 8:30 and they will meet their teacher. And in a few minutes, I'll show you the schedule for early childhood classes. Teachers, when they meet your child online, they'll take attendance and they'll record it in Skyward. It's just like a regular school day, except it's remote, but there will be attendance taken. Early childhood is going to have 30 minutes of live instruction in the morning session and in the afternoon session. At the elementary, you should have already received an e-learning day schedule from your child's classroom teacher. If you have not received that yet, please reach out to the school and to your child's teacher. And at the middle school, I'll show you in a moment, they just follow their regular schedule. They'll have 9 periods for an e-learning day. It's just the periods are shortened. I do have the schedules, especially the middle school one in this presentation. And then, especially at the middle school, that students must stay logged in and participate for every class. That's true at the elementary too. So when you see the schedule, it is considered a full day, even though they might get out slightly earlier than they would if they attended school in person. So, students will receive live instruction. They'll be meeting their teachers online. Because it's almost a full school day, they're going to be given breaks and they even get a lunchtime. The only exception to this is if a teacher is absent. If your child's teacher is absent from school that day, they will have work and videos already lined up for your child in your child's Google Classroom. That would be the only way where your child would not have live instruction on an e-learning day. So, where are the e-learning day schedules for early childhood? Well, it's easy. At 9 o'clock, our morning students will log in. Parents, obviously, you'll have to help them, but they will be meeting with their classroom teachers for 30 minutes in the morning. And then our afternoon sessions, kids will log in at 1 and they will have 30 minutes with their classroom teachers and activities. So, what does the schedule look like for elementary students? This is just a sample. Again, each classroom teacher will be sending home or should have already sent home a e-learning day schedule for their class. It's going to look very similar to this. At 8:30, they'll have their morning meeting, and then at the rest of the day, they're going to have their reading, their math. They even get specials in writing and all kinds of great things because we consider it a regular day. And if you notice in the middle of the day, they're going to have lunch. You will notice that an e learning day ends at 1 o'clock. That is so that your child has time to work on their assignments, but it also provides that time where teachers from 1 to 1:45 would be available to either help you or their students in the classroom access the things they need for an e-learning day. So, what do the schedules look like for Glenview? As I stated before, their schedule is the same. Whatever they have for period 2 is still what they have for period 2. The only difference is each of the periods is shortened. It's only 30 minutes. That's not the normal schedule. So you'll see that they start out at 7:55. Everybody jumps into their homeroom. And then at 8:10, they transition to their period 1 and then follow the schedule for the rest of the day. E-learning ends at 1:25, and then teachers are available that hour for office hours to help both parents and students. This is the 5th grade schedule. Here are the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade schedules. One more time, they have every class they normally have on a regular school day when they're in school physically present. They will have the same classes, the same teachers. When they have an e-learning day, it's just a shortened schedule. What if your child, or maybe even you, need help on an e-learning day? Well, there's 3 ways to get help. One, you can email remote help at EMSD37, and those folks can probably help you with most technology concerns. Just make sure to leave your information and a way for them to reach you. You can also use the Class Tag app and text the teacher. And then you noticed on all of the schedules, there is a designated office hours for staff. So you can reach out by calling the school. What if your child is sick or cannot attend an e-learning day? Since this is considered a normal school day on the schedule, you would have to report your child's absence to the school office, just like you normally would, and a student will be marked absent. There is no change in how the absence is recorded. There are both excused and unexcused absences. Just make sure that you do call in to report your child's absence. And because it's considered a regular school day, whatever they miss on that e-learning day, they will be required to make up that missed work. What can you do as a family to help prepare both you and your child or children for a future e learning day? Well, there's several things that you can do now. One, make sure you have the schedule. That's the priority right there. You know when your child has to log in, what time they're going to be meeting their teacher, when they have lunch, when the day ends. It's really important to have that information. And our early childhood students should have their remote learning binder ready and available. Also, make sure if your child will be somewhere other than your home with you, that you're sharing those schedules with daycares and babysitters. The third bullet, make sure that you have a space for them to do their e learning. Again, they will be online with their teacher that entire time, except for breaks. They'll take bathroom breaks, lunch break, all of that, but they will be live learning with their teacher. The final one, which is really important, please encourage your child to have that Chromebook every single day. They need to have it at home, take it to school, bring it back home, make sure it's charged and ready to go. And for most of our students, especially the littles who have things like a handwriting book or a math book, those things should be in the book bags every single day going back and forth to school, because you never know when an e-learning day will be called. Finally, we are excited to have a plan, and we're excited to make sure that your child, even when we have to call an e-learning day, gets that live instruction with his or her teacher and or teachers. So live learning for every child every day. Thank you. And if you have any questions, please reach out to your child's principal or to a teacher. Thank you.